So today Baba is taking us from performing sinful actions to charitable actions. And we cannot become God, but we can become like Him in qualities. And we can do the service He's doing and be His helper. So let's listen to Baba's sweet versions of the 19th of May 2023. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, you have to continue to listen to sweet knowledge till the end. For as long as you live, you have to study knowledge and yoga. Question. For which service are you children instruments with the Father? Just as the Father liberates everyone and gives them bliss and establishes peace in the world as the peacemaker, in the same way, you children are also instruments with the Father for this service. You are the Salvation Army. You have to salvage the sunken boat of Bharat. You have to make everyone prosperous for 21 births. No one apart from you children can do such service. Om Shanti. You children know that it is also remembered. Son shows father and mother. The Father creates children, but until He creates them, how could He teach them that they are their mother and father? Children learn this and show or reveal their Father. And they reveal their Father like this. Our Father is like this. In the same way, it is remembered. Student shows teacher. Student shows teacher. It is only when the teacher teaches the student can he show the teacher. Such and such is a barrister, made me a barrister. Until he becomes a barrister, how could the student show him? In the same way, only when gurus adopt followers can it be said they received this and that from the guru. Those fathers, teachers, and gurus are separate. Yes, it is possible that some fathers also teach their children, but there are many subjects there. It wouldn't be the same teacher would teach them all the subjects. There would be a different teacher for different subject. This one is the father, teacher, and guru. Until he makes the children belong to him, they cannot show him and say, we are his children, and that they are the masters of his property. First of all, the Father makes you children belong to him. You children also say, we have made him, referring to Baba, belong to us. You children know how the Father has to be shown. We are God's children in a practical way. In fact, each one considers himself or herself to be a child of God. They say, O God the Father. When you say, Father, you also remember the mother. It is said, you are the mother and father, ... The Father has come and explained to you children. And what he explains, I am your mother and father. You also know that one is the unlimited mother and father. That Father sits here and teaches you. He tells you the secrets of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. He explains to you children, and then explain to others how the world cycle turns. It is remembered. World history and geography repeats. However, you only receive this knowledge at this time, when the old world is to be destroyed and the new world is to be established. The world cycle is now coming to an end. The Iron Age, that is, the old world, is coming to an end, and the new world, the new age, is beginning. The teacher is giving you students this knowledge, and you students then have to tell others about it. That teacher is also the Father. The Supreme Father sits here and explains to you there was the new world and the new age, and it truly was the kingdom of deities. For 2 ages, there was just the one almighty authority kingdom. They were the masters of the world. Who? The people of Bharat were the original eternal deities, although they were the masters of the land of Bharat. They were the masters of the unlimited world. There were no partitions. Bharat alone was the master of the ocean, sky, air, and earth. It is here that the Jayanti or birth of the creator of the world takes place. The Father says, I do not take rebirth. The soul says, I shed a body and take another. I am becoming a pure and charitable soul from a sinful soul. The Father explains to you, and what he explains, you also know that human beings take rebirth. 84 births are the maximum. The world doesn't understand this knowledge. Only the Father is called knowledgeable and blissful. He gives bliss to the whole world. He liberates everyone. The Father sits here and explains how he liberates the children. I am the guide and also the peacemaker. I establish peace. I also establish a sovereignty. You children know that at this time, Bharat is insolvent. So this is the birthplace of the unlimited Father. But people don't realize this. The Somnath temple to Shiva is also here. They've placed a Shivalingam there. It has been explained to you, children, that God doesn't have such a big form. He is like a star. Acha. Okay, when a guru has followers and relates the scriptures, etc., to them, they then relate them to others. They would say, our guru has taught us these scriptures, etc. They go to Benares, etc., to study the scriptures. They earn themselves a title, etc., from the Vihud Mandali, the Vihud Mandali. For example, they earn the title of Saraswati, etc. However, Saraswati is the name of Mama because she related unlimited knowledge. Those people study the unlimited scriptures of the path of devotion. You children know that he is your supreme guru. He is the supreme father too. The almighty authority father is needed because Maya is no less. She too is an almighty authority. Maya is present in everyone. The Father is not present in everyone. He is beyond rebirth. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, does not take rebirth. Human beings take rebirth. Nevertheless, to say that God is omnipresent is such a defamation. When they repay me in this way and become impure, I then come. It is not mentioned in the scriptures that the unlimited Father is also the teacher and the Sat Guru. He is also the one who purifies all the impure ones. The Father says, all of those Vedas and scriptures belong to the path of devotion. The path of devotion lasts for half a cycle. The path of knowledge doesn't last for half a cycle. The Father only comes once and explains to you. The Father only comes once and explains knowledge to you. By receiving knowledge just once, your reward lasts for 21 births. It isn't that this knowledge, this gyan, lasts for half a cycle. You explain that this knowledge disappears. There, all are those who have received salvation. They don't need knowledge, that is in the golden age. The Father, the ocean of knowledge, comes at this time and gives you children so much knowledge. For as long as you live, you will continue to listen to the Father's knowledge. It is very sweet knowledge. You also have to study yoga until the end because there is a great burden of sin of many births on your heads. It is not a question of just one birth. Dirt has accumulated on souls for birth after birth. And this is why they went into extreme darkness. By accumulating dirt for birth after birth, and by having alloy mixed into them, they have become impure and tamopratan. The souls are gilded, and the jewelry, the bodies, are also gilded. They have reached a state of total decay. Souls of especially the people of Bharat and those of all other religions are number-wise. So, all of you children have to show or reveal the father and mother. They say, you are the mother and father, and so the mother is also needed with the father. People think that Adam is Brahma and Eve is Saraswati. In fact, that is wrong. The God the Father is incorporeal. And so there must surely be a mother. But those people say the Jagadamba, the world mother, is Eve. In fact, this is the main thing. Incorporeal, Shiv Baba says through the mouth of this Brahma. And what he says through the mouth of this Brahma, you are my children. This Brahma becomes the mother. Brahma is Prajapita, the father of the people, and also the mother. That one is the supreme, the spiritual father. Then, in the physical form, the daughter of Brahma, Saraswati, is called the mother. There is such a big mela for Jagadam. There isn't such a big mela, etc., for Jagat Pita Brahma in Ajmer. There is a big mela for Jagadamba because the influence of the mothers has to be increased. Those people say that a woman's husband is her guru and her God. However, it is not like that. The Father comes and says, I elevate the status of you mothers. Even the government is now showing women at the front. That army is violent, whereas this is the non-violent incognito Shakti army. Those people have loving intellects at the time of destruction. Those people have non-loving intellects at the time of destruction. This drama is predestined. The drama has to be kept in your intellects very well. This unlimited drama repeats. After a cycle, I will teach you children in the same way as I am teaching you now. All are tied by the bond of the drama. The Father himself says, I too am tied by the bond of the drama. The people of Bharat continue to experience a lot of sorrow. It isn't that I will repeatedly incarnate and liberate you. I only come once and make you into the masters of the whole world. I come from the supreme abode at the confluence age of each cycle. You now know the director and the main actor of the drama. Those people relate limited things. So and so was wealthy. Here, you know who is who and who are the wealthiest in the whole world. The wealthiest of all in the entire world are Lakshmi and Narayan of heaven. Who comes and tells you this? The Father. You children know that no one else becomes as wealthy as you will in the future 21 births. You are doing great service of Bharat in particular and the world in general. You are the Salvation Army. The boat of Bharat has now sunk. This is also in the drama. It is explained who salvages the boat of Bharat. The Shiv Shaktis. All of you are Shiv Shaktis. The Father says, I made you into the masters of heaven. Maya made you impure, and I have now come to make you into emperors and empresses. Your path is a family path, whereas sannyasis belong to the path of isolation. Their renunciation is limited, whereas your renunciation is unlimited. Nowadays, there is a lot of deceit and corruption in the world. This is the extreme depths of hell. What are you children with godly intellects now becoming? You say that you have become the children of Shiv Baba through Brahma. You will become deities, and you will then become warriors, merchants, and Shudras. You will then become the children of God. You became the children of God in the previous cycle too. You are receiving your inheritance of heaven from the Father, and so you have to follow Shri. Those are the Yadvas and the Kauravas who have non-loving intellects at the time of destruction. You are the Pandavas who have loving intellects at the time of destruction, and you are the ones who are going to be victorious. You are the incognito Shiv Shakti mothers of Bharat, both Gops, brothers, and Gopis, sisters, are included in this. The name of the mothers has to be glorified. The mothers have been harassed a great deal. Draupadi was stripped. She called out, God, protect me from being stripped. Therefore, the Father comes to protect you. You receive a lot of property. You should make a promise. Shiv Baba, sweet Baba, I will definitely claim my inheritance from you. You have to claim your inheritance from Shiv Baba. It is remembered, the ways and means of God are unique. He alone knows, no one else knows. You children now know the ways and means of God. Therefore, you children have to show or reveal that. Only the Father gives you children the inheritance of permanent peace and happiness. Temporary peace is of no use. Since you children say mother and father, you have to show the mother and father. You are the mother, you are the father and mother. I was asking, sorry, who are the father and mother? You children sit and explain that these are the mother and father of the whole world. He sits here and he gives you your inheritance. You truly did receive your inheritance from the Father. It is now the end of the Iron Age, and so you definitely have to receive it from the Father. Son shows Father, and Father shows Son. The Father says, simply remember me. and your burden will be removed. You should keep a chart of remembrance to show for how long you remember the Father. Don't think that you are children of Shiv Baba anyway. However, he says, keep a chart of how much you remember Baba whilst you're sitting, standing, and moving around. The main thing is remembrance. There are obstacles in yoga too. The ancient yoga of Bharat is very well known. That is Hatha Yoga. Only the Father teaches you Raja Yoga. Those people teach many different types of yoga. Their enunciation is limited, whereas your enunciation is unlimited. Whilst living at home with your families, remember the Father to such an extent that you don't remember anyone else in your final moments. Because Baba often says, as is your final thought, so will be your destination. So he doesn't want us to remember anyone else in our final moments. You souls have to remember the one Father, for only then will you be able to become conquerors of sinful actions. No one else can make you a conqueror of sinful actions. Although you receive a reward for your devotion for a temporary period, no one can become pure from impure. Devotees beat their heads so much, they make so much effort, but none of them can return home. The God of all the children is the one. He only comes once. He says what he says. I have come exactly as I did 5,000 years ago. I have come once again to meet you long lost and now found children. Souls and the Supreme Souls have remained separated for a long time. Which souls have been separated for a long time? They are the ones who have to come first. They are the ones who have to come first. When the destruction of many religions and the establishment of the one religion have taken place, you will then belong to the golden aged, original, eternal deity religion. There won't be any other religion. You children are now the long lost and now found beloved children who are the spinners of the discus of self-realization. You would first be called long lost and now found, and then spinners of the discus of self-realization. People would say that that is the title of the deities, that only the deities have those ornaments. They would even say that all of you have used your own imagination. You know that the sapling of the sweet tree is being planted. This knowledge also has to be given to those abroad. Who is your heavenly God, the Father? There must surely be a mother too. The Father has come. Why has he come? To give you your inheritance of peace and happiness. You receive health and wealth in that. Therefore, remember the Father with discipline. People call out, "Oh God, the Father." So then, how can they say that he is omnipresent? That is wrong. Acha, okay, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say, Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharana, verse 4. In order to become a conqueror of sinful actions, practice remembering the Father as you walk and move around. Definitely keep your chart of remembrance. Second point. Show, in brackets, reveal the mother and father and the teacher in all your activities. At the time of destruction, be one who has a loving intellect. Do spiritual service. Father's blessing for today. May you be a master bestower of fortune and give everyone the gift of good wishes and pure feelings from your full stop. All of you are the children of Brahma who draw your lines of fortune. Therefore, let your stock of golden gifts be constantly full. Whenever you meet anyone, always give them a gift of good wishes and pure feelings. Give a speciality and take a speciality. Take virtues and give virtues. Continue to give everyone a godly gift. No matter what feelings or intentions others come to you with, you must definitely give them this gift. For only then will you be called a master bestower of fortune. And the slogan for today. To experience greatness and spirituality whilst working hard is to have true nobility. To experience greatness and spirituality whilst working hard is to have true nobility. Om Shanti. Do have a very powerful day in Baba's sweet remembrance.